I was obviously a very good boy this year because Santa has been and delivered a lot of presents. So come on, let's check out all the Harry Potter presents that I got this Christmas. Hello to you there, witches, wizards and Greggles, and welcome back to my YouTube channel with me, the Greg Who Lived. Now I hope all of you watching have had a brilliant happy holiday, however you celebrated, whether it's Christmas or you've just been spending a lot of time in the winter or the summer in Australia with your family and just having a good break from what has been a crazy year. I myself spent my day with my parents. We had a really nice time. Mum made a fantastic Christmas dinner. It was perfect. I didn't have all my family around because we are in tier 4 in the UK. However, Santa still came. He still delivered some fantastic presents, and I was lucky enough to get some really great Harry Potter presents from my family as well. In this video, I'm going to be showing you all the Harry Potter presents that I received this year, and I'll be showing you the old merch I received, some new gifts, and some things that I've never seen. Before then, just to say, if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, which I'll be posting at the end of this video, as we are nearly hitting that Oh, spooky. Something just fell down in my room. We have nearly hit the 4,000 watch hours. I think last time I checked I was on 2,600, so we're really getting to that point. I've got over 2,100 subscribers, so you're all joining me on this Harry Potter journey, and who knows what will happen in 2021. As well, I would just like to point out that these presents were all, of course, gifted. I didn't pay any money for them, however, I can be very honest, even though I know a lot of friends and family will be watching, so I'll make sure to keep it very nice. And lastly, I would like to say and point out that I am still wearing my pajamas from yesterday, and I'm just enjoying being off work and being in the Christmas spirit. So actually, I'm not going to apologise for still being in my pajamas, but hopefully you all understand. Enough about all that stuff. Let's move on with some of the presents that I got for Christmas, which I was extremely lucky to get. I felt I was very spoiled this year, and it was a lot of stuff that I've wanted for a long time, or that I'd seen early on in the year, and somehow my family managed to get it for me without me having any idea. So I was very surprised at a lot of things that I opened, but of course a lot of them were Harry Potter themed. There has been so much Harry Potter stuff released in nearly the 20 years since it's been out, and my family is still finding new and exciting things to get me, and a lot of them are secondhand things off eBay, which I absolutely love collecting, which I didn't have a chance to collect when I was a lot smaller. So there's a few different items in this video, but where do we begin? I think we're going to start with one of my most favourite items that I got, and here we go. So we're going to start with a new item which my sister managed to keep a surprise for me, and it was this Chudley Cannons Bag. Now I absolutely love the design of this bag. It's like nothing I've seen from any of the Harry Potter merch previously. I really love the colours of it, and I think it's what you'd call sort of like a gym bag. It can be extended, so it's a bit bigger, and because it's got the long strap, I think it's normally as like a sports bag, but there's no reason you couldn't use this as a school bag. If you're going on a vacation, you could use this, a little weekend getaway. This would be perfect. But what I really loved about this was the design, which I think this graphic is used on quite a lot of Quidditch related merchandise, but I've never seen it with the Chudley Cannons. The only Chudley Cannons thing I think I've ever seen is the flag, which you could get from the tour a few years ago, and I think Geek Gear did one quite similar. So it was great to see something else that was Chudley Cannons themed. Of course, it's got the orange, which we know goes with Ron Weasley as well, and the whole of the Weasley family, and the inside is actually orange too. The inside is actually orange too, and it's really well detailed. It comes with this little bottom plate, so you can extend it and make it a bit thicker if you want to. It's got gold metal, 2 handles which you can use to hold it, or a longer strap so you can make it a crossbody bag. It has pockets on the outside which are all lined as well, and overall I was just very happy to get this. As I say, it's one of the newer items. My sister got me this, so a big thank you to her, and I can't wait to be taking some Ron inspired pictures with this. Moving on from the duffel bag, we move on to another pair of pajamas, so I can finally get out these ones at some point. But it was this short pajama set, I think they're called. And so it comes with a pair of shorts which have all the Hogwarts crests on. And then it also has a top, which I thought was awesome, which is this Hogwarts alumni with the 4 mascots again, and School of Witchcraft and Wizardry at the bottom. So these are like a comfy, casual sleepwear or loungewear, I think they're kind of called now. And I really love the design of these. If I've got a day of editing or I just want a chill out day, this is the kind of thing that I'll wear. So I was very excited to get these, and I, again, had never seen these before. Where my family are finding all these things I haven't seen, I'm not entirely sure, but I absolutely love these. And can you be anything better than getting pajamas for Christmas? And kind of finishing off the newer products, which I got, a bit of a tradition in my family is you always get a new calendar every year. And it just so happens that since I was about 5 and I started using a calendar, that they decided to bring out a Harry Potter calendar every year. So probably for the rest of my life, I will be getting a Harry Potter calendar. But this year was no different. And this was the one that my family gave me. So it's the Hogwarts Harry Potter calendar. And it did make me laugh because obviously these companies have to reinvent these calendars every year, come up with something a bit different. And so this one is very Hogwarts house themed. However, I think they've had a bit of a hard choice coming up with some characters they could use, because if we take a look on the back, we can see we've got 1 Slytherin, 2 Slytherin months. We've got 1 Hufflepuff month, 1 Ravenclaw month, and then the rest are all Gryffindor. It's a very Gryffindor heavy calendar, but I suppose they are appealing to the masses, and there is a lot of Gryffindor characters in the Harry Potter series. What I really love about these calendars, or this one in particular I'd say, is if we look through it, it actually has character birthdays in it. So here we've got Severus Snape's birthday, which is on the 9th of January. We've also got Gilderoy Lockhart's on the 26th of January. And as we go through the calendar, we've got Luna's. We've also got March, which is my own birthday. My birthday is March the 13th, which is a Saturday next year. Very exciting. But we've also got things like St. David's Day, which is a holiday here in the UK. We've also got Remus Lupin's birthday. And as you go through the calendar, it has a lot of different holidays, public holidays, and all the important things that you need to know throughout the year, and especially Harry Potter characters' birthdays. I love the design of what they've done with taking different images of the character of the month and then sort of putting these other little objects from the Wizarding World around the outside. So as we go through, we've got Neville, we've got our man Draco here, the boy who lived. We've got Ginny getting a little bit of representation here. We've also got Hermione, McGonagall looking badass in every picture. We've got Sirius Black, and to finish it off, we've got Hagrid. But apart from the fact, I think they have tried to kind of jump on the bandwagon of all houses. Yeah, there's only 1 Ravenclaw and 1 Hufflepuff. I think it is a brilliant calendar, and it's nice to see that this has been quite a fun one. They've really done a good job at incorporating lots of different elements from the Wizarding World. But as well as this calendar, I was also given this one as well. And so this is like a little desk calendar, and so it should unfold, I think. So it unfolds out, and then it would kind of just sit on your desk, and you just turn the pages over for every month. And so for this one, has sort of a picture from, I think, various bits of the film. Yeah, lots of different films. And then what they've done is they put a little quote at the bottom. And then, for example, on the next page, we've got Hermione, and hers has got all the different ingredients for the Polyjuice potion. And what I really love about this one, which I only found out after having a little look, is you obviously write all your information on the right side, but you can actually then cut them and use them as little postcards. So these double up as postcards that you can send. And I thought that was a really nice little detail that they've come up with. Hopefully, if I do get to go back into work, this can sit on my desk. However, 2021, I definitely want to be a lot more organised, even if I don't have many places to go. So both of these calendars are going to come in handy very much. What's really good is even with these modern products, it actually says on the back all the bits that can and can't be recycled. So make sure you check on all your packaging before you throw it away. Going with something which is quite new as well, I was also gifted this Harry Potter, I think they're like guest house sets, although these aren't going to be for guests, these are going to be for me. My mum always tries to get me something that has a snitch on it, and she succeeded once again. So here we have the famous HP logo with the snitch sort of flying around it, and we also have a little hand towel as well. Really good quality from Primark actually. I really like that they've got the grey stitching that kind of just offsets the design, goes sort of against the gold thread. And Primark stuff I always find is really good quality for stuff like this. And moving on to another really interesting object which I hadn't really seen before was this little box just here. What could be inside? It says Wizarding World of Harry Potter. It is this Quill Set, which also comes with some black ink. Let's unwrap it and we'll take a closer look. A little quill with a little feather in here, and there we go, you can see the nib at the end. And then it just comes with this little bottle of ink as well, just there. And so you can try and recreate your very own Hogwarts letters. Personally, I'm not the best with a quill. I can just about manage with a ballpoint pen or a biro. However, I would love to try this, and I think this would look fantastic for little hand messages to people when I send letters, and also just to give it a little bit of a wizardy look to anything that I make that does need a little bit of handwriting on it. Very decorative, would also look fantastic on any displays. My sister and her girlfriend absolutely love bath essentials. They love bath bombs, they love shower gel, they love anything cosmetic, bathy, smells great. And so there's a shop here in the UK called Lush, which makes loads of animal-free and animal cruelty-free products. And one of the ones which, again, I hadn't seen that they bought me was this lightning bolt, let me get it right, bubble bar. So this is a bubble bar, and what you do is you crumble some off and then it bubbles up, and you can use it in the bath or the shower just as a sort of soap to clean yourself. And that's not all it does, which hopefully you're going to see right now. That's right, it also glows in the dark. And so this is going to be a lot of fun. Not that I do have a shower in the dark, but it just gives it a little bit of a fun extra as well. And going on with a sort of similar link with the soap, I also got a lot of presents where people had decided to shop small and support smaller businesses. And so a couple of these items are from smaller businesses. And we're going to start off with this Golden Snitch soap, which until they make smell-o-vision, you can't smell it, but it smells wonderful. And this is handmade Dobby the House Elf fragranced, as it says on the back. We've got, I open at the close, and we've even got a little golden soap on the top. It smells so good. All the ingredients are sadly very scientifically named, so I don't know exactly what fragrance or smell they are, but it smells almost fruity, but also with cinnamon as well. It does remind me of the cinnamon chewing gum that me and Hannah had when we went to Florida. I absolutely love it. And it just smells so good. I take it out of the packet, it just looks brilliant as well. This was from a little independent person who handmade all of these, and I just thought, this is brilliant. It's even got the little gold on the sides for the wings, and I think it's also got some glitter in it as well. After this, I might even shine. But absolutely brilliant. And just smells so good. I don't know about you, but during these holiday times, I have been drawing a little butterbeer or two. And one of the presents that I got was this Beer Wizard bottle opener, which again was made by an independent seller. They just made this little fun bottle opener with the boy who lived on the end. And I don't know about you, but I am loving butterbeer at the moment, and also some muggle beers as well. My family are always trying to get things that are Golden Snitch related, and this was no exception. So it came in this little fun box, which has got this little map print, but if I just unlock it and open it up, it actually had this leather bracelet inside, And of course it had a golden snitch on it as well. I really like bracelets like this that are a bit chunky, have lots of different components, adjustable on little strings. I really love this. It's very, very shiny, perfect for showing off some Potter pride. Again, it goes to show that just because it's a smaller independent shop doesn't mean that the quality isn't as good and also not an interesting product. I think this is brilliant, and I'm surprised that Warner Brothers haven't created something similar, because small businesses are really creating innovative and exciting products. And my last, more handmade gift was one which I actually just got recently from my friend Lucy, and it was this little handmade, it's not a photo frame, what would you call it? Like a little plaque that just has the Hogwarts crest on it with a Ravenclaw eagle. There you go. And actually what's really nice is on the back, it's actually got this little stamp that says handmade in the Creative Garage, which is a company which I think upcycles and makes little home accessories. And they've actually put this nice little business card on the back, which says that by buying this, that she has given money to Workbridge, helping people realise their potential. And it helps people with brain injuries, mental illness, autism and learning disabilities gain valuable work, life and social skills. So incredible that a little Harry Potter gift like this is also helping giving back. And I think that's what's brilliant about buying from smaller businesses. We all know that the huge companies like Warner Brothers do create some brilliant products, but there are people out there, independents, pin makers, soap makers, plaque makers, who also make brilliant products. So although it can be great to have licensed merch, also make sure to check out small shops as well. There are plenty for on Instagram, a humongous amount on Etsy, so definitely check them out as well. If you are an independent shop and you did want to work with me, I would absolutely love to work with some Harry Potter independent creators. So definitely give me a message on my Instagram account at The Greg Who Lived, and I would love to collab with you in 2021. Now, I don't know about you, but I absolutely love playing board games. I love trivia games, and what can be more fun than Harry Potter trivia games? And so for Christmas, I didn't get one, I got two. And I got this new version of Trivial Pursuit from my sister and her girlfriend, which you can see just here. And this one contains over 1,800 questions. And will I know any of the answers? Who knows? Hopefully I know a couple, but I've got to try and convince some of my friends or family to play this with me, because I do have a lot of Potter knowledge, but hopefully maybe I can just read the questions and they can answer them. But this is a brilliant edition of Trivial Pursuit, which is obviously a popular game which has been around for over 40 years. And as you can see on the back, all the spaces are the same colours from Trivial Pursuit, but they have different logos on and they have different categories. So it comes with this graphic inside, which has all the bits. And so here we can see that we've got green for the Slytherin house questions, objects and artifacts is yellow, animals is orange, witches, wizards, ghosts and muggles is pink, Hogwarts, transportation and other locations blue, spells, potions and other magic as purple. Hogwarts house shoot, and then I think what you do is to get sorted into your house, you actually roll this dice and it goes down it, and all the cheese slices come in Hogwarts house colours. So they've done a brilliant job at designing this game and really creating the Hogwarts aesthetic with Trivial Pursuit. Here are the little cheeses, as you can see here, the cheese wheels, and so Hogwarts colours giving you that bit of house pride and also house competition while you play. Funky neon coloured cheeses, and as it said on the box, we've got over 1,800 questions. Now, I'm not going to read all 1,800 questions right now. However, let's just go through one card and you can test yourself. Who does the illusion from the Horcrux locket claim that Mrs. Weasley wants as a son instead of Ron? What green-covered book does Umbridge have in her desk drawer at the Ministry of Magic? In whose arms does Dobby die? What is Harry Potter's middle name? Where do Harry and Hermione dance together to a Nick Cave song? And lastly, What sort of light does Hermione make that Ron always liked? Those are your questions. And if you think you know any of the answers, then don't forget to pop them in the comments below, and I'll let you know how many, if not all of them, you get right. Let's take a look at this old board game, which I have never owned before, but it is the Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets trivia game. 8 detailed figures included, shown actual size, and over 1,000 questions, and these are all from the Chamber of Secrets book, which makes some of these questions particularly difficult. What I always say that I love about these games, is I love the packaging, I love the artwork that they created for this. They stuck with this illustration style, which I absolutely love. And as we can see on the back, looking like real 2000s, early 2000s family, they are playing the game, and I just absolutely love it. All the figures are little Quidditch players. You get different points for the different types of questions that you get asked. Absolutely brilliant. And so here is the inside. We've got the metal playing figures, we've got the 2 sets of questions, and then we've got these little sliders at the bottom, which is actually how you score as you go. And we've also got the 4 Hogwarts balls and a gold glitter die as well. These are the little point sliders, so you just move them up as you get points for winning your Quidditch questions. And we can also see here that it comes with a little Harry flying figure and a Draco as well. They also have little colours on the bottom, which I think means that you play in teams. I'm not entirely sure. Haven't read all the instructions just yet, but a really fun game. They did a brilliant job designing these, and we can also see that the board is that fantastic style. We've got all the different balls, which represents the different type of questions that you can have. We've got all the students sitting in the stands from all 4 Hogwarts houses, and it looks brilliant. I cannot wait to play this and hopefully meet up with some friends and answer some Harry Potter trivia in 2021 when we're out of lockdown. You didn't think I was opening this without giving you any questions from this game as well. So here we go. What sort of ties do both Uncle Vernon and Dudley wear for the dinner party? What book does Mrs. Weasley refer to for advice on denoming the garden? What does Mr. Weasley call the escalators in the London Underground? What time does the Hogwarts Express depart from the station? What sort of charm does Hermione use to immobilize 2 pixies in order to get them back into their cage? These are all book questions, so they're quite tough, and hopefully you know some of the answers. So once again, pop them in the comments below, and I'll let you know if you are correct. And continuing on with the trivia theme, I also got this fun little book, which is the Harry Potter Quiz for Muggles, an unofficial and unauthorized book, bonus spells, facts, and trivia. You consider your Harry Potter knowledge worthy of an invitation to Horace Slughorn's prestigious Slug Club? Are you capable of casting your own Patronus charm and graduating Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry with advanced Newt grades? So it goes on to say that the first few questions are at Crab and Goyle level and quickly get ramped up to a more difficult altitude worthy of working within the Department of Magical Law and Enforcement. There's lots of new facts, there's over 300 questions, intriguing background information, and also memorable questions from the Harry Potter books and the movies. So this is a very jam-packed book. It is very simple to read. It's also got more in the series, so there is also Harry Potter Facts for Muggles with Voldemort striking a pose. It has a lot of different rounds, which start with Muggle level quiz questions, such as, when is Harry Potter's birthday? It then cracks up to owl questions, such as, who was the kind yet rather strict matron of Hogwarts? And it even ends on Newt questions, such as, who was the conductor of the night bus? A fun little unofficial Harry Potter product, but just a really nice little gift for any Harry Potter fan. I am going to greatly enjoy learning all the questions and facts and trivia from this, and who knows, maybe I will learn a lot more Harry Potter knowledge. The penultimate sort of category of my presents is old merch, which by now you must know that I love collecting. Anything from 2000, 2001, that was the time they created insane amounts of Harry Potter merchandise, and I love nothing more than scouring eBay trying to find some great deals, and my family have also done the same. We're going to begin with a couple of mugs, and this is the first one, which features this kind of Hogwarts Express platform 9 3/4 collage, and it also has some potion bottles. We've got Hedwig just here, and what I love is it's this print on a black mug, but actually on the bottom we've got Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. So this definitely was from America. I've never seen one like this before, but I just love collecting the official Harry Potter merch from the beginning of the series. And what's really interesting about this is it's a graphic that I haven't really seen before, and also they've changed the colours of some of the artwork, I think to make it look different to maybe anything else they had. But I just love this classic style. And that goes into the second mug which I have, which was this one, which of course we all know what franchise this is from. And it's actually got the Fred Bode artwork. This is my favourite piece of Harry Potter artwork, and across the lake to Hogwarts. And this one was actually an official Harry Potter one as well. Moving on from mugs, we move on to something that's going to help keep me warm, and that is this original Prisoner of Azkaban Gryffindor scarf. Again, like with the Primark towels right at the beginning of the video, this has the HP logo and the Snitch sort of flying around it, and you can always tell from what period of time a Harry Potter product comes from, because they changed the artwork for every different film that came out as well. This one very obviously says Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, but it's this illustrated, very blue, quite dark looking promo picture. So if you see anything with these colours on the label, you know exactly from what time period it came from. Super soft, very comfortable little scarf. Again, I'm gonna have to get some great photos in this. However, it isn't my Hogwarts house, but this was before the days of other Hogwarts houses getting much representation, getting a lot of merch. And then we move on to another type of Harry Potter product I love collecting, and that is watches. From my two previous videos where I've shown you some of the rarer pieces in my collection, a lot of them are watches, because I think it's something that's quite universal. A lot of people love collecting watches, actually wearing them, and they made so many different ones. So two of the ones I have here is this one, which is from Chamber of Secrets, which we can tell by the artwork. The face actually has a scene from Chamber of Secrets of Harry and Ron, I think when they're just about to hit the Whomping Willow. This type of artwork, where we see Harry in this style, was all from the Chamber of Secrets, where they kind of grew him up a little bit from Philosopher's Stone. On the back, we've got Hedwig. This was a wrap strap watch, and we've also got the Hogwarts crest, and it's just on Velcro, so that'll keep it nice and secure on your wrist. What is interesting is this one, which is actually from Philosopher's Stone era. They are both by the same company. They basically have the same packaging, but you can see how the style changed from the first film to the second film, and they just kind of, I think, made Harry look a lot older and had a slightly more cartoony style. The colour palette is also a lot different. But what is very cool, or I think is very cool with this one, is it's like a little golden snitch, and the wings actually pop out. Now, I haven't opened it. I'm going to toy with the idea of potentially opening it, I'm not sure, but how awesome. The 2000s was very into cheap and tacky accessories. We just come out in the 90s, and this type of thing would have been perfect. These two watches are definitely adding to my Harry Potter watch collection. And who knows, maybe I'll do a video of them very soon. And my last piece of old merch was this Quidditch Pen Pouch, or here we call them pencil cases, and this one features the very old school Quidditch logo, again with that flying snitch. We've got the official Harry Potter tag, and it's even got a lightning bolt for the zip, which just opens, and inside it's very simple. I think this is probably fake leather, but it's actually a nice shiny blue, and again, a fantastic and classic piece of Harry Potter merchandise, probably from about 2001. Harry Potter trading card game, which was a card game by the Wizards of the Coast, who also do Magic the Gathering cards, and they issued, I think for Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, a dueling club game. They did run a tiny bit into Chamber of Secrets, but then sadly they kind of pulled the plug on that project and they stopped making any new products. This is a limited edition promo card. It's got a little bit of gold at the bottom for one of my also favourite pieces of artwork from the card game, which is Bluebell Flames. The spell card does 4 damage to your opponent or to a creature of your choice. This was a promo card which came out for the game. As I say, it's got the little gold promo at the bottom and is going to go with the rest of my collection. But it also came with a fun little which spell would you use trading card game card, and on the back it even has the release of the first Harry Potter game as well. Lastly, I come to 2 different kind of groups of items which are highly collectible, and where my family managed to find them once again, I'm not sure. But the first is this. Now, this might look like a very simple Harry Potter cap. It's very nicely embroidered with Harry Potter on the front. And you might think, well, why is this collectible? And it's not until you turn it round and you see that this is for cast and crew. That's right. This is one of the hats that the crew members for Harry Potter would have worn. I believe this is probably from one of the first 2 films. I think after that the font slightly changed and it became a lot darker. They changed the colour of it. This still looks very classic. We know that on sets they can be outside for a long time. Keeping things like this, you know which crew are yours, who's working alongside you, and I thought this was a brilliant thing to add to my collection. I've seen a few different things from cast and crew who, for some reason, have decided to part ways with it. Why you'd want to get rid of this, I do not know, but it's a brilliant piece of filmmaking memorabilia, and this is going to go very proudly in my collection. We come to my final presents, and these are something I've collected for I think the last 3 or 4 years. They can be quite pricey, so it's quite hard to get them. A lot of people don't want to part ways with them because they are, again, a part of filmmaking history. But these are what we call costume cards. Now, I believe that these were given out at Comic-Cons. I didn't really hear much about them when they were being released. However, since then, I have loved collecting them. And they are created by a company called Artbox. And each one has a character or a scene from the film, and it's an authentic costume card. So this bit of fabric, which you can touch just here, is authentic fabric from the films that they used to create the costumes within the picture. So for this one, it actually says on the back, just here, authentic costume card. Congratulations. This Harry Potter costume card contains authentic material used to create Madame Maxime's costume in the film Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. And what's also great about these is, like I said in my rare videos, having something with a collector's number makes it even more collectible. And with this one, we can see this is 747 out of 825. So there's only 825 of these, and with each costume card, they all have a slightly different number. So some of them are rarer to get than others, and some of them go for hundreds of pounds. Hopefully my family did not pay that much for these, but you can get some real bargains. So if this is something you are interested in, definitely check out eBay because a lot of people seem to have them. As well as Madame Maxime's costume, we've also got this piece of fabric which was used to create the costume for Fiona Shaw, who played the role of Aunt Petunia in Prisoner of Azkaban. This piece of maroon fabric, which was used to create Gryffindor school robes in the Order of the Phoenix. Fabric for the robes in Sorcerer's Stone. Some of Dudley's wonderful suit fabric from Chamber of Secrets. Fabric worn by Oliver Phelps in Order of the Phoenix. Got green cotton worn as Slytherin Gregory Goyle in Prisoner of Azkaban. As well as costume cards, there's also prop cards. And this one just here has some of the fabric which was used in the film Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince as Quidditch stand material. This one has 460 of them, and it is Kingsley Shacklebolt's material used in Order of the Phoenix. And it's surprising how different it looks up close to what it looks like in the film. And I actually saw this costume up close at the Warner Brothers studio tour where I did the behind the scenes extra that you can do where you get to see all the costumes up close. So it would be really interesting to take this along and actually see for what bits this was used. And finally, we come to what I think is possibly my favourite one out of the new ones that I've received. And this one again is from Sorcerer's Stone, showing that this did originate in America, but there's only 520. And it is Neville's Pajama material. That's right, this is the blue from the pajamas that Neville wears when he's being brave and standing up to his friends in Philosopher's Stone, or Sorcerer's Stone, should I say. And absolutely brilliant. As I say, these are all a bit of filmmaking history, and maybe one day I will own all of them, but until now, I'm really enjoying seeing which ones I can find and which ones end up in my Christmas stocking. Might not be technically Harry Potter, but they are going to be on my Instagram a lot, and they're going to help me show off some new and exciting products in 2021, and if there are any more wands as well, because my last little present was these. That's right, these are little hands which I've seen a lot of people use as wand displays. Originally, these are for art, so you can learn how to draw hands very easily. However, I thought they would make brilliant wand holders, as you can see just here, and I thought they'd look really great on my shelf. So I got 2 of these for Christmas, and I'm going to actually paint them up and put them on my displays. And I thought that was just a really interesting way of displaying wands, which can sometimes be a little boring on a stand or if you don't have a huge amount of space. So I thought this would be a really interesting way of doing that. And with that comes the end of this video, which I have really enjoyed showing you in my pajamas. But if you want to check out some more of my Harry Potter videos, then you can subscribe to my channel below, or you can check out some of my older videos either up here or in this playlist just here. Wish you a very happy 2021. Stay safe, stay magical, and don't let any muggles get you down. That's all from me. Bye.